Jenkins, the Dragon, the complete origin story. Chapter 1 The Mysterious Egg. Crack, crack, crack. In a quiet, magical meadow nestled between a forest of whispering pines and a glittering river, something extraordinary was happening. A large, speckled egg sat in the middle of a ring of ponies, glowing faintly under the light of the full moon. Do you think it's a chicken egg? Asked one pony, scratching her ear with her hoof. That's the biggest chicken I've ever seen, another snorted. The top of the egg burst off like a confetti cannon, and a plume of golden smoke erupted into the air. Who dares disturb my slumber? Boomed a tiny, high pitched voice from inside. The ponies jumped back, their hooves clattering on the stones. Out from the egg crawled a dragon the size of a bread loaf, flapping its wings dramatically and promptly tripping over its tail. Is this guy serious? One pony whispered, barely stifling a laugh. The dragon stood up, puffed out his chest, and cleared his throat. I am Jenkins the Magnificent, future ruler of, He blinked, looking around. Where are we? Meadow of Forgetful Dreams, said a pony with a yawn. You were yelling. Kind of rude, really. The dragon's stomach growled ferociously. He frowned. Right, first order of business snacks. Chapter 2 Ponies and Problems. Clip clop, clip clop. As Jenkins stumbled along beside the ponies, he noticed their calm demeanor. Why are you all so boring? Jenkins asked, gesturing with a tiny claw. We're not boring, we're civilized, said the leader, a pony with a glittery mane. Who has a ring of ponies around a magic egg and then says they're civilized? Jenkins retorted. Touché, muttered one pony. Suddenly, the ground beneath them trembled. The peaceful meadow split open, and from the chasm rose a skeletal dragon wrapped in fiery chains. Roar! Swish! The fiery chains crackled as the beast swung them in a wide arc. Well, that's inconvenient, Jenkins said, ducking behind a bush. Help us, cried a pony. I'm, very small, Jenkins squeaked. Also, I skipped chain fighting lessons in dragon school. A pony grabbed him by the tail and threw him into the air. Figure it out! Jenkins screamed, flailing his little wings as he accidentally smacked into the skeleton dragon's snout. Boink! The skeletal dragon paused, looking at Jenkins like a fly that had wandered into its soup. Time for my famous plan B, Jenkins said with a nervous laugh. Run away! Whoosh! Jenkins flapped as hard as he could, narrowly dodging a burst of fire from the monster below. Chapter 3 The Ancient Scroll. Back at the pony's secret library, hidden under a tree stump, obviously, Jenkins pored over a stack of scrolls. This one says that dragons used to rule the skies, Jenkins muttered. And this one says, beware the chains of eternal flame. That sounds ominous. It also says the only way to defeat them is with a magical artifact hidden in the ever-spinning cavern, said a pony, squinting at another scroll. Magical artifact? That's more like it, Jenkins said, rubbing his claws together. Is it shiny? I bet it's shiny. Probably surrounded by traps, said the glittery pony. Traps schmaps? I'm a dragon, remember? The magnificent kind, Jenkins said, already heading for the door. The library door slammed shut behind him. Should we follow him? Asked one pony. The leader sighed. Probably, otherwise he'll just burn down the meadow. Chapter 4 Into the Cavern. Drip, drip, drip. The ever-spinning cavern was dark and twisted, with glowing mushrooms lighting the way. Is it just me? Or is this place really spinny? Jenkins said, wobbling as he walked. The walls seemed to shift and rotate, disorienting everyone. Focus! A pony hissed. Jenkins tripped over a rock and landed snout first in a puddle. Sploosh! Okay, whose idea was it to bring a dragon with no sense of balance? A low rumble echoed through the cavern. Not me, Jenkins said quickly. But if you're wondering who's going to save the day, it's probably crunch. A giant stone golem emerged from the shadows, glaring at them with glowing red eyes. Uh-oh, Jenkins muttered. Chapter 5 Heroic Mishaps. The golem swung a massive arm at Jenkins, who squealed and ducked. Whoosh! Think fast, Jenkins, he yelled at himself, flapping his wings and flying straight into the golem's head. The golem swayed, then crashed to the ground with a deafening thud. Did I win? Jenkins asked, perched on its forehead. Nope, said a pony, pointing at the artifact, a glowing golden orb hovering just behind the golem. Right, grab the shiny thing. Got it, Jenkins said. He swooped down, narrowly avoiding a trapdoor that opened beneath him. Clang! Are you sure this guy's a dragon? One pony whispered. Shh, He's trying, said another. Finally, Jenkins grabbed the orb and the cavern stopped spinning. Chapter 6. Jenkins saves the day. Sort of. Back in the meadow, the skeletal dragon roared as it prepared to unleash a final fiery blast. Take this! Jenkins yelled, holding up the orb. It glowed brilliantly, blinding everyone. Zip! Zap! A beam of light shot out, hitting the chains around the skeletal dragon. They shattered into 1,000 pieces, and the monster collapsed into a harmless pile of bones. The ponies cheered, stomping their hooves. Jenkins stood triumphantly on a rock, chest puffed out. All in a day's work for Jenkins the Magnificent, he declared. Yeah, thanks, said the leader, but you still owe us for all the snacks you ate. Jenkins blinked. Wait, you were serious about that? Epilogue. Jenkins the Legend. And so, Jenkins the Dragon became a hero, reluctantly, clumsily, and often accidentally. But in the end, he learned that even the smallest dragons could make the biggest difference. As long as there were ponies to boss him around, snacks to steal, and shiny things to find, Jenkins knew his adventures were far from over. Cue heroic music.